All right, everybody give a warm welcome to your next comedian. He is also a good friend of mine, and he is from Bremerton. He is a cool guy, and I can't wait to see what he has to offer today. Everybody give a warm welcome to... Hold on a sec.
Put him on the table! Oh, no.
All right, everybody give a warm welcome to Brock Terrano!
All right, thank you for that, Joe. Thank you. God, it's good to be at a comedy show again. I missed comedy.
Yeah.
I have a question for you guys, though. Can we collectively, as a group, agree that we get a pass on all our New Year's resolutions this year? Yeah, okay. Glad you guys are behind me on that one. And this is the most disappointing apocalypse ever, to be honest. I was kind of hoping for zombies, but all I got was a bloated liver and free Pornhub Premium. Gets old after 4 months. Do you know when Pornhub releases season 2? Because I've seen all of season 1 so far. Oh, man. But no, I was fortunate enough to stay working. I work at a pawn shop locally. And apparently we were considered essential because crack's essential and they need their money. And I'm convinced that my clientele are the reason we all had word problems in math growing up. Because let's say Johnny gets laid off from the shipyard, comes to my shop with a trunk full of useless shit. I give him $20. How much meth is he going to try to buy? The answer is all of it. And it is fun. We get some interesting customers for sure. My favorite story from the pawn shop, though, is I was sitting there, this guy came up, completely strung out, and just shoves a ring in my face, asking how much he can get for it. But it came out as, what? So I'm like, okay, let me go ask my boss. So I grab it, I go to the back, but instead of talking to my boss, I hook up to our stereo and put on Comfortably Numb by Pink Floyd. And he nodded off in line. It's a true story, too. One customer really pissed me off, though. I was sitting there writing a loan, and she came up to me, or while I was writing the loan, she's like, yeah, can I ask you a question? And I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever, thinking it pertained to the loan. She goes, do midgets live as long as normal people? Right? I don't know. You know who else doesn't know? Fucking Google. I went to the back. How long do midgets live? No fucking answer. By the way, I'd like to thank you to coming to my Make-A-Wish.
You know, I was wondering why I've never seen an old midget.
I know! So if there are any doctors in the audience that can answer this question for me, please talk to me after this show. And, but no, it really is fun working at the pawn shop. I had another joke for that, and I can't remember now. It's been 4 months. I'm a little rusty. And, oh, I know what I'll talk about. You guys are all familiar with Val Kilmer, right? Yeah, he hates me. That's right, I met Val Kilmer. He came to a comedy club, actually. I don't know if I can get in trouble for saying the name of the comedy club, but it is in Tacoma. And I was really excited to meet him because I was working the event at the time. So I'm like, oh, okay, like, you know, I'm a fan. I get to meet Val Kilmer. You know, he played Jim Morrison, played Batman. I get to meet Batman. But there's another movie he's in called Willow. Is anybody familiar with that movie? What's a famous line that Warwick Davis says in that movie? That's my word. There's a scene where Warwick Davis goes, "Bad mind again," because that's his character. So I'm like, oh, I want to make a celebrity I'm a fan of laugh. That'll be kind of cool. So I get to the club, and I'm sitting there, I'm all excited. I'm going over that one line in my head, and I see him at the bar, and I get all giddy. It's like, yeah, I'm going to make Val Kilmer laugh. So I get close enough to where he can hear me, and he looks over, and I go, "Bad man again!" and just stand there with this stupid fucking grin on my face. And guess what he did? No, he went side, dropped his head, shook his head sighing, and walked away. And then he waited till I wasn't there to take a group photo with the staff. So Val Kilmer's a douchebag. Oh, man. Let's see, what else do I got? I forgot all my new material, so sorry, guys. Let's see. Oh, I know what I'll talk about. So I mentioned that one really messed up question I got asked. And I actually get asked a lot of dumb questions by you tall people. Or as I like to call you, biggers.
Hey, that's our word.
I'm sorry. Bigger. No, you guys all ask me the same stupid questions. So, as a public service, I'm going to go ahead and answer these for you. You guys cool with that?
Yeah.
Go for it.
I am. Question number one. No, I don't watch any of those fucking shows on TV. Guys know what shows I'm talking about?
Nah.
Yeah, Little People, Big World. Should be called Little People, Big Waste of Fucking Time. Question number two. Brock, do you drive? Are you physically capable of driving? And to be honest, no, I don't drive. Not because I'm not physically able to, but because I got a DUI. So I'm not allowed. And question number three, Brock, who do you date? Do you date tall women or do you date short women? Which, that answer is easy. Tall women, right? Who fuck a midget? Right? Like, would you? She's not even looking at me. She's still, oh, she looked at me. Would you? What?
Yes.
All right, I know who I'm talking to after the show. Oh, man. And then I do get asked I've gotten asked some random questions too. Like I was at a bar and this chick came up to me and she was like, "Hey, can I ask you a question?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, go ahead." Thinking it's one of the ones I mentioned earlier. And she goes, "Do you have to stand on a stool to get head?" She found out. One question that really pissed me off, though, is this guy, tall frat dude, trying to be funny with his funny for his friends, goes, "Hey man, You're the right height. Do you suck dick? Right? Yeah. So you know what I told him? I said, got a stool? Oh, you do? Then fucking blow me. Oh, man. All right, so I'm going to wrap up with this. You guys are great. I recently got told that I kind of look and sound like Joe Pesci.
Nah.
No? I don't see it either.
I hear it.
You hear it? You hear it a little bit? It's all right. So I was actually, my grandfather was fresh off the boat from Sicily. And I was raised by a bunch of Sicilian New Yorkers. So I get it. But I realized when you're raised in a Sicilian household, you learn different things. Like, most kids learn how to ride a bike and tie their shoes. I learned how to collect a debt, hide a body. But no, and I remember I was really little. I think I was like 4. And my grandfather looked at me and he was like, I don't know if you know this, but you're fucking short. I really didn't know until he fucking brought it up. But it's okay though. He goes, look, people are going to try to push you around and bully you, but you don't take it, okay? You're a Terrano. When you get into a fight, finish it.
Fuck yeah.
So he put me in karate. And the first couple days, I'm like, oh, this is kind of fun. Then the third day, 4 black belts just beat the shit out of me. So I go home crying. I'm like, Grandpa, I don't want to go anymore. He's like, why? What's the matter? 4 of the black belts cornered me and beat me up. Good, I hope so. I paid him each $20 to do it. Sicilian lesson number 1. Don't fight your own battles. Pay somebody else to do it for you. Yeah, he was like some weird Vinny Miyagi or some shit. And also, my dad's just as bad, too. Because, like, I hope this isn't too much of a sensitive topic, but he's a very gun-friendly person, as am I. And he started teaching me gun safety at 2 years old. 2. At 4 years old, he sat me down and said, all right, Brock, this is a 22, this is a 45. Now, most people think that 45 is more deadly than the 22 because it's smaller, but it's all about placement. I'm 4. I don't care. I just want to know who the bad guy in Scooby-Doo is. All right, one last bit, since that didn't go over well. So as I said earlier, I did get a DUI. And here's what happened. I'm coming back from the bar. I'm feeling great. I got the windows rolled down. Born to Be Wild by Steppenwolf is playing. And I see the lights. And I'm like, oh, shit. So I pull over. And I'm like, all right, if I can make the cop laugh, that'll smooth things over. And I'll be okay. I'll get away with this. So cop comes up to my window. Goes, excuse me, do you know I pulled you over? And this is in my arrest report. I go, yeah, did you think I was a child driving? Yeah, he didn't laugh either. He just told me to step out of the vehicle. So I did. I get out of my car, go to the sidewalk. He grabs his breathalyzer, just sticks it in my face. Blow. Which, wow, ladies, I am so sorry. I understand now. I mean, the least he could have done was buy me the drink that was about to get me arrested. So that being said, I'm under arrest for a DUI, which stands for driving under the ignition. It's okay, I hate that joke too. But I'm putting it on a shirt, so I have to keep saying it. And I had the luck of being arrested by the one cop in Gig Harbor that drives an SUV. I'll paint the picture for those of you who didn't laugh at that alone. For me to get into an SUV, I have to physically reach up and climb in. You can't do that with your hands handcuffed behind you. Which means I had to go, excuse me, officer. Would you be so kind and help me into the vehicle? And he did. He picked me up, put me in the car, and buckled me in like a fucking toddler. Then he took me to timeout for a week. All right, that's my time. You guys are great. Thank you so much for coming out and supporting comedy.
Angry Brock Terrano. All right.